Okay, round two, guys. Here's how to create your firing cannon in this game. So, on Haiku, I have placed this script. This basically says, using the Unity engine, this is kind of just formatting stuff. You don't have to totally understand this, but I do want you to maybe edit some of these numbers later and see what happens. I want to create a bullet with the power and speed, and I want to be able to move the camera around, and I want to create a bullet. So just copy and paste, copy this. You're going to go back to Unity, and you're going to create a script, C# script. It's going to pop up. Move this. Well, it's going to pop up. I can't quite get it to show right here. Maybe make this a little smaller. There we go. It's going to pop up here. I'm going to name it Shooter. Notice I already have one, so I'm just going to open that. So I've opened Shooter. I pasted. It should look like this. I hit play, and I hit save and play. I want to attach it to the Unity project. So shouldn't have this issue, but if it comes up, you want to save it to Unity. And then you want to save it so that when you go back to Unity and click on it, you see all the script here under the inspector. Okay, what do we want to do with this script? We want to put it into the main camera because our script is happening to the main camera. So I go to main camera and I drag Shooter onto main camera. At that point, the script should be there. And if you then save the scene by going File, Save Scene. Oh, what just happened? If I go to File, Save Scene as, I need to save it as something. I'm going to call it Test Fire. Once you save it, if you then hit play, you should be able to move your camera around. Since that script does that, you can use WASD or your arrow keys. Okay. Now we need to make a projectile. So create whatever you want to fire. Create a sphere and call it bullet or a projectile. Okay. You can make this whatever you want, but it's just going to be a shape. I would add physics to it, so add physics component for this rigid body. Maybe you want to change the color of it. Under Mesh Renderer, I can try to find, whoops, look at these options. Diffuse here. So here I can make this color if I want. Oh, it's not letting me do that. I could drag a material on it. Okay, now it's maybe a little colorful. Okay, so now I want to, this is a little tricky. I need to create, on my project menu, create a prefab. This tells it that I can use this object in scripts and kind of summon it. So I create a prefab, or in my assets really. I just need to drag this projectile into my assets. So there it is, projectile 1. Doesn't matter what it's named here, just that it's in my assets folder. So I can drag it from here to here. Once it's in my assets folder, I click on main camera. And for you, this should be blank here. That in my camera, the inspector says that my shooter script doesn't have a bullet. There's no bullet to fire. Why does the word bullet come here? It's because it was in my script. So I need to tell it that this projectile is my bullet. So I grab projectile from my assets and scroll onto bullet and place it there. So my bullet is projectile 1, which is this colored thing. Now I save. I must save before I can play it. And then I hit play. Left control is the default fire button. Change this if you want. So let's see if this is going to work with my new projectile. I'm going to run. Or is it going to crash because I'm recording? Well, it works, trust me.